In a small, quiet village, long before the world was filled with the noise of machines and bustling cities, there lived an ancient oak tree named Old Root. Old Root had stood tall on the edge of the village for as long as anyone could remember. His branches stretched wide and strong, providing shade and shelter to all who sought it. His roots dug deep into the earth, anchoring him firmly, even as storms raged and winds howled. One day, as the sun dipped low in the sky, casting golden rays across the land, a group of children gathered at the base of Old Root. Their eyes were wide with curiosity, for they had heard stories of the tree's wisdom and resilience. An elder, known as Grandpa Timo, who had seen many seasons come and go, joined them, sitting down with a groan of his old bones. The children huddled closer as Grandpa Timo began to speak. "Ah, the tales this old oak could tell," he said, patting the tree's rough bark. "But today, let me share with you the story of how Old Root became the strongest tree in the land." The children leaned in, eager to hear more. "Long, long ago," Grandpa Timo began, "Old Root was just a sapling, no taller than your knees. He was young and full of hope, but life wasn't easy. The winds blew fierce in those days, and the storms were mighty. The rain would pour down, and the lightning would crack through the sky like a whip. Many trees around him fell, their roots torn from the ground, their branches snapped like twigs." One of the children gasped, "Did Old Root ever want to give up?" Grandpa Timo nodded solemnly. "Many times, little one, many times. The storms seemed endless, and Old Root was just a small, fragile tree. He thought about giving up, about letting the wind carry him away, but something inside him refused to yield. You see, Old Root wasn't just growing above the ground. Below the earth, where no one could see, he was spreading his roots deeper and deeper. With every storm, every gust of wind, Old Root dug in a little more, held on a little tighter." "But why didn't he give up?" another child asked. Grandpa Timo smiled. "Because Old Root knew something important, something we should all remember. He knew that the storms would pass, and when they did, the sun would shine again, the rain would turn to gentle drops, and the wind would become a soft breeze. And when that happened, Old Root would stand taller and stronger because of the struggle." The children were silent, thinking about the old tree's journey. "Years went by," Grandpa Timo continued, "and Old Root grew into a mighty oak, the strongest of them all. The storms didn't stop coming, but Old Root wasn't afraid. He welcomed them, for he knew they would only make him stronger. And here he stands today, sheltering us all, a testament to the power of resilience." Grandpa Timo looked at each of the children, his eyes twinkling with the wisdom of his years. "Remember this, my young ones. Life will throw storms your way, challenges that seem too great to overcome. But like Old Root, you must dig deep, hold on, and never give up. Because when the storm passes, you'll find yourself stronger, wiser, and ready for the next adventure." The children nodded, their hearts filled with hope and determination. They knew they would face their own storms, but now they also knew the secret of the unyielding oak. As they got up to leave, Grandpa Timo called out one last time, "And always remember, the strongest trees grow not in the best soil, but in the harshest conditions. Never give up, for it is through struggle that we become who we are meant to be." The children walked away, the words echoing in their minds, knowing that no matter what came their way, they would stand tall like Old Root.